PSL.
The Party for Socialism and Liberation.
To organize alongside my community members.
I was looking to make a positive impact in my community.
I wanted to do relevant organizing work in my hometown against the housing crisis, prisons, and police brutality, but also against the U.S.'s imperialist wars in other countries.
The useless imperialist wars of the United States were devastating for communities around the world. So once I was able to see that there was a connection between the wars abroad and the war on our people at home, it was very clear that I needed to get involved.
I knew that I wanted to join a revolutionary party that kept in mind everyone and everyone's humanity.
It was through the party that I understood the source of my pain. And when I understood that source, I wanted to destroy it.
I was raised being told that all of the great problems in the world had been solved already, that racism was solved and there were some hiccups along the way, but it's all better now. And that wasn't my experience.
As a child of immigrants and seeing my family go through so many different situations and seeing family members incarcerated.
As an immigrant, growing up in a working class family, I saw a lot of hardship and struggle. I experienced a lot.
Fighting for fair wages, healthcare, access to housing.
Just seeing how much injustice there was happening.
I grew up with my parents teaching me about the civil rights era.
How much of a stain that slavery and oppression and native genocide left on the United States.
Also the interconnection of sexism, of racism, of homophobia, of transphobia with capitalism.
Capitalism is the source of all the racism and incarceration and poverty that my family has experienced.
Millions and millions of dollars being funneled overseas to fund a war that killed many innocent lives.
There's so much happening around the world that is just very hard to digest.
I needed to have an analysis that really spoke to the conditions as to which I was growing up with.
A big shift for me was when I had children. I didn't want to have to explain to them why I didn't do something more.
Once I started to get older, I got a little bit more militant and interested in socialism.
Socialism really is the solution to the issues that we have in this country.
Rejecting the notion that profits should be placed over people.
I started to learn more about what socialism actually is and what it actually stands for. And I determined that a revolution is the only way to actually fight for the freedoms and equalities that our people deserve.
Just realized the need for some sort of centralized movement and thinking about the only way that revolution was going to happen was joining the struggles that I had experienced in my childhood.
No other groups that I met at the time were tying the local struggles against capitalism to international struggles for liberation around the world.
And the PSL is dedicated to making sure that we can all live in dignity and security.
And it turned out that PSL was the perfect organization for me.
And being around people in the party really gave me a new perspective, a deeper understanding of the issues that are going on in this country, and also tying it into a larger global context.
How to understand the conditions that put us in the positions that we're at are not necessarily random. There are things that we can analyze and be able to work towards changing and create change together as a working class.
Giving people the knowledge from past struggles and helping elevate people in each community to become leaders.
And the PSL does a great job of explaining those sorts of things and really building people into organizers.
Build a system where it's us workers in charge and not the bosses, not the capitalists in charge.
These are struggles that connect us nationwide, and I believe it's incredibly important for members nationwide to be able to communicate with each other and share what's going on in our communities and be able to support each other.
With a nationally coordinated organization, we can harness the full power of each person's skills, talents, individual work, and contribute it to a collective goal that's far more powerful than the impact of any one person.
From Atlanta or California, somebody knows something about what you're going through and has been through something similar and can share and help.
Being a part of a national organization allows for us to mobilize quickly when there are uprisings, protests.
And it's only through struggling together and fighting together that we can change this in an organized and revolutionary party.
There was really only one solution for me, and it was to join a revolutionary party that uses Marxism-Leninism as a science to help us analyze our current situation.
I have a much better understanding of capitalism in this country. I have a much better understanding of socialism, the history of socialism.
Part of the PSL's mission is to educate the working class teach people about how we organize, and also teach the lessons of previous movements.
As a member myself, I've really learned how to be able to support not only my community, but also to be able to support my workplace and understanding how to be able to struggle together.
If you're interested in joining the PSL, I would highly encourage you to check out the website, pslweb.org, get in touch with your local branch, speak to, PSL members about the work that they do.
Meet the comrades in the PSL, go to some events, hear what people have to say, see how the party supports its community.
Be ready to challenge yourself and be ready to grow more than you may think you can. It's not a light thing to join the party, and you need to be ready to be committed.
You will grow in such a short amount of time in terms of being a community organizer, being a socialist.
As free as you can get, you are never going to be fully free while we live under the system of capitalism.
And I'm glad I joined the party when I did, because I feel like I have a very clear vision of what needs to be done in this country.
And we need to start mobilizing now, because the politicians are not going to save us. The people can only save us.
I hope that anybody watching is motivated and ready to join the Party for Socialism and Liberation, because we need you.